I always tell my clients, more isn't always better. And when it comes to weight training, well, that's especially true. But here's the thing. Even though you might be hitting the gym more often than someone else, you might be doing more harm than good. Explain what I mean by that, and how you can train smarter to build muscle effectively. First off, let's talk about a little science. When you lift weights, your body responds by building muscle and getting stronger. That's awesome. But to do that, it needs time to recover. Your muscles need time to repair the microscopic tears that occur during exercise and come back stronger. This recovery process is where your gains happen. So if you're not giving your body enough time to recover, you're essentially hindering your own progress. Think of it like this. Every workout is like a battle between you and your genetics. Your genetics are like your opponent, and they have a pretty solid defense. The more you challenge them without giving yourself time to rest and recover, the harder it is to break through. But if you time your battles correctly and give your body adequate rest, it's like opening a can of whoop ass. That's where periodization comes in. This is a fancy word for planning your workouts in a way that alternates between periods of high intensity and periods of lower intensity. So maybe you're used to going all out in every workout, but that can lead to burnout, injury, or just plateaus in your gains. By varying your intensity and adding in periods of active rest, you give your body the time it needs to recover and rebuild, which leads to bigger, stronger muscles over time. You see, this isn't about working less hard, it's about working smarter. It's giving your body the right balance of stress and recovery to build muscle and strength more effectively. Here's a simple example of how you could apply this. Instead of lifting heavy weights and doing lots of sets every day, every other day, try this. Lift heavy for 6 to 8 weeks, then take 2 weeks to focus on lighter weights and higher reps. This gives your body a chance to fully recover from the heavy lifting and build upon that strength base. Now, here's a crucial point. You don't have to go full throttle in every workout. In fact, it's a terrible idea. By varying your intensity, you can actually prevent injuries, reduce mental fatigue, and keep your body primed for gains. So instead of thinking you have to go all out all the time, think of your workouts as a strategic dance between intensity and recovery. It's all about finding the right rhythm, and guess what? It's completely individual. What works for one person may not work for another, so you have to listen to your body and be willing to experiment. Are you feeling sore and fatigued all the time? Maybe it's time to dial down the intensity and focus on recovery, not seeing the gains you want. Maybe you need to up your game with some heavier lifts. The key is to pay attention to how your body responds and adjust your routine accordingly. All right, I've got some bonus tips for you. First, nutrition plays a huge role in muscle growth. Without the right fuel, your body can't build and repair muscle effectively. So make sure you're eating enough protein and getting plenty of carbs and fats to support your active lifestyle. Sleep also plays a major role in recovery, so make sure you're getting enough shatai. Finally, consider working with a coach or trainer. An experienced professional can help you create a personalized plan that takes your individual needs and goals into account. They can also guide you on proper form and technique, which is essential for preventing injuries and getting the most out of your workouts. Remember, it's not just about lifting heavy weights and busting through plateaus. It's about understanding your body's needs and working smarter, not harder. By implementing these tips, you will be well on your way to unlocking your true potential and achieving those fitness goals you've been after. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips, and see you in the next video. Alright, so you've been busting your hump at the gym, lifting heavy and trying to build muscle, but the results just aren't clicking. You're not alone. A lot of guys struggle to put on muscle, and it's often because they're doing too much instead of focusing on doing the right things. That's why today we're going to break down the top 3 reasons why training smarter matters more than training more. Because if you've been struggling to see results, this could be all you need to get over that hump. No. 1. Doing too much volume. I get it. We all love to flex our gym egos and say we lift tons of weight for countless reps. But here's the thing. Doing a ton of volume isn't necessarily a good thing. In fact, it can lead to overtraining, injury, and burnout. So before you drop a comment saying, "But I do X amount of sets per week," listen up. The key to muscle growth is progressive overload. meaning you need to gradually increase the amount of stress you place on your muscles over time. More volume can help with this, but only to a point. Studies showed that doing too many sets can actually reduce muscle growth by increasing the chance of overtraining. That's when you start feeling like crap all the time, your recovery suffers, and your performance in the gym goes to pot. So if you're stuck, try cutting back on the total number of sets you do per muscle group and focus on quality over quantity. For most people, doing 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for each muscle group is plenty of volume to stimulate muscle growth. Doing any more than that is unlikely to yield additional benefits and may even be counterproductive. Bottom line, less can be more. No. 2. Not focusing on rest and recovery. If you're serious about building muscle, you need to understand the importance of rest and recovery. Your muscles don't grow in the gym. No, they grow when you give your body time to repair and rebuild muscle tissue after a workout. Unfortunately, most people don't take rest days seriously. They skip out on sleep, they don't eat right, and they don't take time to recover properly between workouts. This is a big mistake. When you don't allow your body to recover, you increase your risk of injury and burnout, and you reduce your ability to build muscle and strength. So make sure you schedule in rest days and stick to them. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Eat a balanced diet with plenty of protein and stay hydrated. Consider incorporating active recovery into your routine. Activities like walking, yoga, and foam rolling can help improve blood flow and reduce muscle soreness. Bottom line, if you want to see results, you need to give your body time to recover and rebuild. No. 3. Ignoring proper form and technique. Using proper form and technique is crucial for 2 reasons. First, it helps prevent injuries so you can stay consistent with your training. Second, it ensures that you're retargeting the right muscles and using the right amount of force to stimulate growth. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't prioritize form and technique. They get caught up in the moment, they lose their cool, and they use momentum, improper body positioning, or incorrect breathing techniques. This can lead to decreased effectiveness of your workouts and increase your risk of injury. So make sure you focus on maintaining proper form and technique during every exercise. This will help you stay safe, get the most out of your workouts, and achieve your goals. And if you're not sure whether or not you're using proper form and technique, ask a qualified personal trainer for help.
Aye.
Bottom line, it's better to use lighter weights with proper form and technique than to use heavier weights and risk getting injured. So there you have it. 3 reasons why training smarter matters more than training more. If you've been struggling to build muscle, it may not be because of your effort, but because of your approach. By focusing on quality over quantity, prioritizing rest and recovery, and using proper form and technique, you'll be well on your way to achieving your goals. Remember, it's not about how much you do, it's about how smart you do it. So drop a comment below and let us know what you think and do. And forget to like and subscribe for more great content. See you next time. A few weeks ago, we talked about how to set up your workout for muscle growth. If you missed it, check it out here. Today, we're retaking it to the next level with the actual steps you need to take to build muscle. Stick around because we break down the 5 main things you need to focus on in every workout. Let's get into it. Part 3, putting it all together. Now that you understand how to structure your workouts, let's talk about what actually works when it comes to building muscle. Here are the core things you need to focus on. 1. Training volume and frequency. Let me clear something up right now. You do not need to train every day to build muscle. In fact, training 3 to 4 times a week can do more for you than daily workouts. If they restructured right, the key is to find the sweet spot for your recovery. Most people can recover from a full-bodied workout in about 2 days. So a 3-day split makes sense. But if you're struggling to recover, try 4 days, 1 for each muscle group. The goal is to stimulate your muscles just enough, then let them recover and grow. Too little and you won't grow. Too much, and you'll be so sore that you can't recover properly. Find your sweet spot. 2. Mind-muscle connection. This is huge. Don't just go through the motions. You've got to feel the muscle working. This isn't some new age woo-woo stuff. It's backed by science. Studies show that the mind-muscle connection matters.
Out.
So make it a priority. How do you do that? First, focus on one muscle group at a time.
Ow.
Don't try to work your whole body in one workout. Spread love, not hate. Second, slow things down. Control the weight and the movement. This helps you focus on the muscle you're trying to target. And third, make sure you're actually targeting the right muscle. Don't let your ego take over. Ask yourself, is this exercise really working the muscle I want to target? If not, switch it up. Remember, quality reps, not quantity. No. 3. Progressive overload. To grow, your muscles need a reason to adapt. That means gradually increasing the weight, the reps, or the intensity over time. No challenge, no change. Here's how to do it. Pick a weight that's challenging but allows you to maintain good form throughout all your reps. Then gradually increase the weight, the reps, or the intensity over time. This could mean adding 5 pounds to your squat or doing an extra rep until you can do a total of 10. It doesn't have to be a lot, just consistent. And remember, it's not just about lifting heavy. It's about pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone in a healthy way. That's what stimulates growth. No. For rest and recovery. Here's the deal. Growth doesn't happen in the gym. It happens after. You could be doing everything right in the gym, but if you're not resting and recovering properly, you won't grow. Here's what that means. Get enough sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. It's when your body repairs and recovers. Eat right. Focus on nutrient-dense foods that support muscle growth. Think protein, complex carbs, and healthy fats. Take care of your body. Don't party too hard. And most importantly, schedule rest days. Your body needs time to recover and rebuild. Don't be afraid to take a break. Remember, it's not about how much you sweat. It's about how well you recover. No 5 form over ego. We've all been there, trying to lift more weight, more reps, or just trying to impress the folks at the gym. But here's the thing. Ego lifts will only get you so far, and they often lead to injuries. Instead, focus on your form. Lift the weight that's challenging but allows you to maintain good form. This will prevent injuries and help you target the right muscles. Plus, you'll grow more from lifting lighter with perfect form than from cheating with big numbers. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. So there you have it, the 5 key principles to focus on in every workout. It might seem simple, but trust me, they're the foundation of effective muscle growth. Don't waste time with fancy supplements or extreme diets. Focus on these basics and watch your muscles grow. Remember, consistency is key. Stick to these principles and you'll see results. Don't believe me? Try it for yourself. You've got nothing to lose and a better, stronger you to gain. Stay tuned for more tips and advice on your fitness journey. See you next time. Some people train hard. They bust their butts in the gym, but they're not getting the results they want. Why? They're doing all the wrong things. Here's what smarter training looks like. First, you cut out the fluff. No more endless sets or random exercises. You focus on quality over quantity. Let's use chest as an example. Someone might do 5 sets of bench, then throw in some cables, push-ups, inclined dumbbells, and call it a day. It's total overkill. And here's the side effect. Their chest is sore for a whole week. They come back to train it, they're still feeling the burn from last time. They're stuck in a loop of delayed soreness and fatigue. Not a good place to be. So here's the smarter move. Pick 2 to 3 solid chest exercises. Really focus on form and technique. It may be 8 to 12 quality sets for that muscle. Focus on those 2 or 3 exercises. Make sure you're nailing the form, really squeezing out those reps. Then take a breather, let that muscle recover, and come back stronger next time. It's about being strategic, not spinning your wheels. But what if you're someone who does too much cardio? Can that be a problem? Yeah, absolutely. Cardio can interfere with muscle growth, especially if you're doing high-intensity cardio or you're overdoing it on the volume. You're running long distances, doing lots of HIIT workouts, or spending way too much time on cardio machines. That can definitely mess with your gains. Why? Well, all that cardio can lead to more fatigue, and it can tap into the same energy sources that your muscles use for growth. So here's the smarter approach. It's just like with strength training, you want to be strategic about your cardio. If your goal is to maintain your current level of fitness without losing muscle, try to keep your cardio sessions to a reasonable level. For most adults, 150 minutes of moderate intensity cardio per week is plenty. Of course, if you're training for a race or have another specific reason for doing a lot of cardio, that's a different story. But for most people, going overboard with cardio isn't going to help you get leaner or lose fat any faster. All right, let's talk about the third group of people. Some folks don't see results because they're not consistent. Be they miss a workout here, skip a day at the gym there, or they can't stick to a plan. In fact, many people start their journey with enthusiasm, but they're inconsistent. They miss workouts, skip days at the gym, or they can't stick to a plan. This inconsistency holds them back, making it hard to build muscle, lose body fat, and improve fitness. Now, if you've been stuck in this cycle, don't sweat. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes life gets in the way, motivation dips, or new challenges pop up. But here's the deal. Building muscle, losing fat, and improving fitness takes time and consistency. It's a long-term commitment. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't build a wall, demolish it, rebuild it somewhere else, then repeat the process expecting to end up with a house, would you? Probably not. The same goes for your fitness goals. Consistency is key. Even when you don't feel like it, even when you're busy, even when life throws curveballs your way. Find ways to stay committed to your workouts and your overall health. Set reminders and list a workout buddy, or schedule your workouts like important meetings. Whatever it takes to keep you on track. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about progress. Every step you take, no matter how small, counts. So don't give up. Stay consistent and watch your goals become reality. Let me leave you with this. There's this one dude who trains 4 days a week, splits up his muscle groups, tracks his lifts, eats like it matters, sleeps 7 to 8 hours, and stretches. He doesn't look like he's doing much, but when you see the gains piling up, you realize it's all in the details. He's training smarter, not harder. That's the goal. Here's the raw, unfiltered truth about why your gains might be stalling. It's not because you're cursed, your genetics are bad, or the universe hates you. Gains are pretty simple. Show up, put in the work, eat well, recover, and over time, you will reap the rewards. But there's a catch. It doesn't matter how much time you put in if you're not focused, if your technique is sloppy, or if your diet is a disaster. Gains happen when you execute with intensity and precision. It's not some magical unicorn farts kind of thing. It's science. Think of it like driving a car. You would unexpect to get very far if you only had one foot on the gas and the other on the brake, right? Same goes for your gains. Your training is lackluster, your nutrition is haphazard, or your recovery is non-existent. You're basically putting your foot on the brakes. So let's break it down into 3 key areas where you might be inadvertently sabotaging your progress. And I'll tell you how to fix it. No one, training. How often have you gone through the motions at the gym? Showing up but not really being present? You're scrolling on your phone, half paying attention to the TV, or just zoning out while the trainer talks. Let me be clear. I'm not saying you need to turn into some kind of crazy intense gym bro or gym girl who throws a tantrum when they do and get their protein shake. But you do need to bring focus and intensity to your workouts. If you're distracted or unfocused during your sessions, it shows. Your form suffers, your output drops, and your progress stalls. Instead, when you're working out, be present. Listen to the trainer. Pay attention to your body and what it needs. And most importantly, push yourself. Leave that ego at the door and just work hard. All right, 2, nutrition. Let's be real, we've all been there. You're crushing your workouts, but then you go home and raid the fridge. Or maybe you're too busy to cook, so you opt for takeout every night, which, let's face it, can be a nutritional minefield. Listen, I get it. Being mindful of your nutrition day in and day out can feel like an uphill battle. But here's the deal. If your diet is a mess, it doesn't matter how hard you work out, your gains will suffer. To make real progress, you need to fuel your body right. That means prioritizing whole foods, getting enough protein, and keeping your calorie intake in check. It's not about deprivation, it's about making smart choices that support your goals. So find what works for you, whether that's meal prepping, cooking more at home, or simply being more mindful of your portions. Remember, your nutrition plays a pivotal role in your gains.
Ow!
Don't let it slip. 3, recovery. This is often the forgotten piece of the puzzle, But let me tell you, recovery is just as crucial as training and nutrition. Think of it like this. You wouldn't keep your car running if you never changed the oil or rotated the tires, right? Well, your body works the same way. If you're not giving it the recovery it needs, you're essentially stalling your progress. That means getting enough sleep, managing stress, and incorporating rest days into your workout routine. Oh, and don't forget about active recovery. Activities like yoga, walking, or light cardio can help speed up recovery and reduce the risk of injury. It's not about being lazy, it's about being smart. By prioritizing recovery, you're helping your body repair and rebuild muscle, which leads to better performance and faster gains. Alright, so there you have it. The real reason why your gains might be stalling is that you're not focused, you're not dialed in, and you're not giving it your all. Remember, progress doesn't happen overnight. It's the sum of small efforts repeated over time, so don't get discouraged. Take a good hard look at your routine, make adjustments where needed, and stay consistent. Over time, you'll see results. It's not about luck. It's not about shortcuts. It's about putting in the work and seeing it through. So get focused, train hard, eat clean, recover right, and watch your progress unfold. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And you've got this.